It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. The heart of Massachusetts should be freedom, justice, and liberty. Freedom led pilgrims to Plymouth Bay. Salem trials had justice too late. The sons of liberty spilled the tea, and then the redcoats spilled their blood. The shot heard around the world rang out from the Bay State. Boston strong and ready to defend. It's where revolution started and ends. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. Quincy Market, Freedom Trail, Charles River, Boston Harbor, Bunker Hill, Griffin's Wharf, Fenway Park, North Charge. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day.
Oh,
Good morning.
hey,
What's up, big guy?
not much, man. What's happening? No.
Same old stuff.
Well,
You know.
you had an.
Hey, just sent you a text, but
I just saw that.
isn't that something? Who's getting
Oh,
spanking with spanking?
Oh, the shit that goes on in Canton, man. Last night's audit meeting was a shit.
3-2. Shut up.
Yep.
3-2.
Yeah. So
Mike, that's not democracy, my friend. What's that?
that's just the Canton citizen just talking about John Conley and Susan Harrington. But I want to point out there's another race for the planning board, and it's McCarthy. Rodriguez is looking to unseat McCarthy, who's a 2-term incumbent. It's a 5-year seat, so he's been there 10 years.
So he's going to be on the planning board for 10 years if he wins?
No, this will be his 3rd term. So it'll be 15 years. He'll be on the planning board.
What are the requirements for that, Mike?
I don't know.
Can you maybe find out?
Yeah. So it's got to be the same McCarthy.
I would love to be on the planning board, Mike.
I know you
would. That's my. I've been to a lot of planning board meetings in my life. Trust me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So what exactly is it? So it tells you where houses can be built and can't be built. Is that the kind of the thing that happens?
They're supposed to manage the property of the town, whether it's residential, business, zoning, industrial, stuff like that. It's how it's zoned.
Hey, your mic is like cracking every time you talk.
Right now?
Yeah, like there's a little, like you guys hear it in the chat, the little in the background there. I don't know if it's like you get 2 mics too close together or what.
I just running this. That's it.
The Bluetooth
All
thing?
right. Huh?
Are you running Bluetooth? That's speaking
Nope.
with that. Oh, that's
nope.
interesting.
All right. See who's here today. No one's here. No one's here. Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. Yeah. Tom's already in Canton. I mean, already in town.
Right. A lot of people here.
Lots.
So far.
All right, man. Yeah, it's crackling. Yeah, when you get a chance, just take a look at your mic. I don't know if it's too. I don't know if you're too close to something. You have the phone. I don't know, Tom. You're that guy. Do you want to talk about the?
Hey, what's up, guys? Morning.
Do you want to talk about Tommy's filing yesterday, folks? With the it's a little. He explained to me this morning. It's a little different from what the.
Did he just freaking yell at me for yelling at them? Are you shitting me? Really, dude? Hardman. He just asked who was that yelling. Wow. Oh, I just yelled, "Hey guys!" Right?
Yeah.
He just said, "Who's in that car yelling?"
Wow.
Jerk.
Be careful today, Tom. If he knows about the lawsuit, I know
Dude,
you are.
Hey, Mike, stuff finds me. I don't know how, but I end up in the middle of like. If the Kennedy assassination was going to happen, I'd be freaking in the middle of it.
Okay.
Don't know how it happens. Shit finds me, buddy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just my whole life. I'm in
Well,
just the wrong place, the wrong time.
I don't know how to answer that because you can't be in the wrong place at all the wrong times. But obviously, you are finding a percentage of them for sure.
God directs me. I just go where He sends me, dude. That's all.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
your legal document filed yesterday by Mendoza, you and Michael Bryant.
Yeah. What a great
Very
guy.
good. Yep. That's
Best First
interesting.
Amendment lawyer in the country.
Yep. We'll get that handled for you.
Oh
I
my
think
God. Somebody loves me, Mike.
why your pockets what?
Again.
Well, see, there you go. You got negative at first, and now all of a sudden things just turned around for you.
Listen, we're not going to the place today. We're going to go somewhere else.
No, I feel you, bro. I feel you.
I,
You,
I,
you
I,
don't.
I need a day.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. If you want to talk about it, go right ahead, man.
So everybody, just so you guys know the story, we're having breakfast at the diner yesterday, and I had to run and go to the bathroom. So I went in, I went pee, washed my hands. I come out, and as I turn the corner, the people that I was sitting with are looking at me, and I'm like, "What?" And they point, and I look over, and like, there's a guy. There's a guy slumped over, not breathing. What's up, bud? How you doing today?
Gonna change my free camera here.
Oh, hey, what happened? What did he say? Say anything this morning? He didn't say anything about his love letter I sent him?
Nope.
You didn't hear about it? Did you hear about the letter? Me and Mark Bryan are suing him. Him and Judge
Oh,
Finalizing.
no, I saw
Yeah.
that. This is Rand and also gonna do that one.
Already done. Filed. Isn't he awesome?
I know,
He's pretty good. Whoa.
Canton and
Yep. Yeah, they're in federal today, so good luck. Fingers crossed to them. Yeah. All right, bud. So I'm at the diner. Sorry about that with Scott McGinnis.
That
And
happens, bro.
they look at me and I look over and this guy's down. So we pick him up and we do the Heimlich on him. And it wasn't working. And we kept doing the Heimlich. And we got some bread out of his throat, but there was nothing else in it. And then we put him on the ground, lay him down, and then the EMTs came and they took him away. And I did all I could do. And the other guys did all they could do. And not that it wasn't enough, it just wasn't outcome. The outcome sucked. So this guy who I don't even know who he is. I don't even know his name. The guy who he was with, I was talking to him when I left, and he told me that he had to go to the guy's house and tell his legally blind wife, who he was a caretaker for, that he wasn't coming home. So yesterday was a tough day, bud. Yesterday was hard. And I mean, I've seen death and dealt with that for a long, long time.
Yeah.
It's just certain ones just kind of hit you, and I don't know how to explain it. But sometimes it just hits you the wrong way. Sometimes, I guess.
Like we were talking, it works both ways. Like the person who goes suddenly, and it's hard for the family and the relatives and loved ones to deal with it, or you have it the other way where you have someone with cancer, or
Yeah, it's for
it kind of
a long way. Yeah,
a long goodbye, so to speak. So it's like,
yeah.
I don't know what's the right answer, but when it's a stranger and you're not used to what's going on and it happens, it brings your mortality into check.
Yeah.
Like your health really is your wealth, man. You can be the richest guy in the world and be sick. You know what I mean? And that means
Yep.
not you. So think about what makes you happy, your family, your friends, what you do for work. If it makes you happy, then that's what you want to do, but stay healthy. That's one of the biggest things I've learned in my life is that your health is your wealth, and mind, body, soul, it's just take care of it. And
And
when you're young, you think you're invincible, and pretty much you are. Usually when you're young, it's a car accident or, an accident of some sort or something stupid. But at that age, probably in his 50s, like early 60s,
right.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're overweight or you're whatever, it could be an issue where you just, it's your time. That's all. It's
And
your time.
he didn't plan on that either. You know what I mean?
No, he was in a
Like
restaurant.
he had no idea. Like he was just having breakfast.
Yeah. The other thing too is like not to be selfish, but God forbid he wasn't in his car and he went off into a
Oh yeah.
sidewalk.
Oh no,
A pe-
don't listen. It
a
happened
pe-
it happened the way it happened. So yeah.
yeah.
So yesterday was hard. Either way,
Yeah.
today's a new
That's
day. Hold
yeah.
on one second.
Yeah. He's all kind of kicking up on it. But I want to thank Flip for the music this morning. Little Donna Summer get me going. Thanks, buddy. It was good.
So back to the buffer zone.
Oh, you sound better now, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what was in that car. I don't know what was giving up that clicking sound, but whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
The pitch is beautiful.
Well,
Yeah, it's
no, it
nice.
isn't. Jesus Christ, I forgot. That's not beautiful. You out of your fucking mind?
I was being sarcastic. I don't want to wreck your day early today,
Sorry, dude. We're good.
Well, we just lost you, Tommy. Come on back in when you get a chance. Oh, God.
Oh, sorry about that. That was the wrong button.
That's all right, brother. We still love you. Oh, gosh.
So you do what you can every day, right? I got today to see what I can do, and
now the microphone's kind of wanky. I don't know what's going on.
No?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It might be
all right. Listen, it's a
what?
connection. Stop. It's a connection. Hold on one second. I'm gonna get out and get right back in.
All right.
Hold on.
Yep. We gotta fix that. I mean, with all the money we're making here, right? I mean, seriously, with all the money this channel makes, we gotta fix that. Whatever. We gotta worry about lawsuits and First Amendment rights and so Tommy and Michael's from Serving Justice and Seeking Justice lawsuits a little different from the peaceful protesters. Like First Amendment all the way, but about the ability to document what's going on in a public situation and where they are allowed to be and not allowed to be. So just so you know, it's
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
There's no picture though.
And the sound is still shitty.
So let me try and get a better connection. Hold on one second, Mike. Give me a minute.
That's all. That's
You know
all.
what? Listen, I'm gonna restart my phone completely because I haven't done that in a while. Right? That may clear up a lot of things. So give me a second, guys. All right? Hang tight, please.
Yep. We're not going anywhere. Yeah, Tom had a, so his lawsuit in front of the federal, I think it's going to happen today actually. So it's about making a living. It's detrimental to his income. Not that, you get where we're going with this. It doesn't have to be a lot of money. It's just what he does. And the same with Michael from serving justice, right? Yeah, serving justice. Justice served. Yeah. So that's kind of the difference in that. So one's about being close to the courthouse and being on the sidewalk and having your concerns about what's going on inside the courthouse, which is your First Amendment as well, but also people that actually document the stuff and make a living, so to speak. And the other channel does too. Tommy sort of does, sort of. I would say sort of, and he does it more for the people because he wants to get close to the action, so to speak, in and out of the building. He doesn't want to go in the building. He doesn't even want to go in the building. He wants us to stay on the sidewalk. So it was crazy. So and the way I think you get more with honey than you do with, with spice. I think
That sound better?
yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Boy Scout, what can I rip off your shirt? I can rip that lanyard off your neck and that sticker.
The blue decal,
The blue sticker. That's what got ripped off right there. A sticker. A freaking
Wow.
sticker. A sticker.
Hey,
Morning,
Scott,
Mike.
good morning. Hey, good morning, buddy.
How are you?
Good.
What do you think about the Buffalo?
Hey, it's not windy and it's like above 60.
I know.
I'll take it.
Yeah. No
Yeah,
doubt,
right.
huh? Little things in
Oh,
life.
wow. Look at the crowd. There we go. And still no barriers up either, too. I love it.
All right, I'm having a problem to hearing you now. Why?
I don't know, but
My fat truck
Yeah.
parked where the cone is,
Yeah.
but he was like taking up 2 spots. Hardman made him move it.
Up there?
So I don't know. I was thinking about moving my truck back over here.
You want to do that? It's out of the buffer zone. It's a regular parking spot.
That's where I parked the other day.
Yeah. How you doing,
what
bud?
happened?
You're alive. Go, man. Don't go there.
I
You
smoked.
hear what happened
If I
yesterday?
smoked, I'd be dead. I said, if that was me,
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
no.
A guy dropped in the diner yesterday, right in front of us.
Oh, he was there?
The tacker from. Oh yeah.
Yeah, all I could do, I could just suck. So, you know what I mean? It still makes it a tough day. Mike, can you hear me now?
Oh, this sounds awesome, Tom.
Okay, is the picture good?
Yes. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
We just, and you see, if you guys, I wish they would put in that complaint that them not allowing me to go into the buffer zone / to see Karen coming out of the court. That's affecting you guys. It's you guys who we do this for. So by them limiting us and doing what they're doing, they're affecting directly you guys on the other end, which is why we do this.
So they're literally blocking everybody out except for mainstream media. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Morning.
Holy Jesus.
Hey, good morning, Dina. How are you? How's everything?
This is crazy.
Thank you. I don't know yet. He just filed it last night. I don't know. Maybe today. Maybe he's gonna hear it today. I don't know. Maybe.
This hanging the flag.
Yeah.
Guy on their bike. Not good.
Not good. They have to ride under the flag. Do limbo. They be doing limbo on the bike. Yeah. Oops.
She was like talking, and the
Like him snapping.
flag hit his helmet,
Yeah.
but it wasn't on purpose.
No. Never is.
I'm glad to see the turnout today is good.
Very good.
So it's actually nice out. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's opening day today.
Yeah. Opening day at Fenway too.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
There you go. That's an idea.
Like 60 something.
Bleachers seats, guys. Want to go to the bleachers? What's up,
I'll
Neil?
go.
How you been? Good. We should all go to the friggin' Red Sox game.
I'd go.
No, is Randazza filing yours today?
Well, filed last
Yep.
night.
Yep.
Done.
You have to go to court.
I don't know when I don't know when they're gonna hear it. You know what I mean? At this point, how it goes through that court system, is it connected to the one that he filed with the other people?
It must be separate because they're there today.
Right.
They're at
So-
court today.
Yep.
They might hear both of them today.
What's up?
They might hear both cases today where they're tied into one.
I don't know, because they're both kind of
Well,
First Amendment
if-
stuff, like right away, yeah. And they both have to do with this. And he did ask for immediate junction on the other one.
Right.
Immediate
right,
relief.
Maybe early
Right.
next week.
I don't know. Whatever,
But Tom,
wherever,
you
we'll
know,
do it.
the good thing about this is that we did something. You did something. Mike
Well,
went to the other
I had to.
civil
What
justice.
else? My hands are tied. I can't do
No,
anything here for you guys. Sharon
no,
walks in, you can't even see her. And
right.
I'm not a quote supporter. I'm not a quote protester. I'm not quote anything. I'm a dude with a camera. My First Amendment, I should go up to them stairs and walk up into that courthouse. Right at this point, I can't even go in there and get a document if I wanted to.
That's true.
Locked out. With force, by the way. She gave them permission to use force. What's up? Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
You ever heard of that before? A judge
I
allowing you to use force? I could see to
no.
go get a habeas on somebody that's running, a fugitive, but I don't get it. Find out, I guess, right?
It sucks. It just sucks.
Yep. So, Mike, there's a little bakery down the street. I think maybe
Yeah.
we'll go in there and put the laptop on. I want to talk about the nurses at Newton Wellesley Hospital.
Okay.
17 of them have brain cancer. You hear about that, Neil? Brain tumor. Did you hear about that? Isn't that? What do you think about that? Isn't that odd? 17. They all work at the same unit. Labor and delivery. Weird. Yep.
The odds. Yeah, the odds of
I mean,
that
what are the
happening.
odds, right?
I mean, and just so you know, I was watching something this morning, mainstream media, that they had OSHA in there testing everything. They can't find anything on that fifth floor with that. So just so you know, but
Yep. Well, it's gotta be
obviously, yeah, right, exactly.
something, right? Gotta be
Some of
something.
five of the tumors were benign. Five were other issues with your body. It's just a lot of different things. Yeah. So
Wow.
crazy. Yeah.
I just don't see how that's no.
I agree.
It,
I
it,
agree.
good morning. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. And you know what else, Mike?
What's up, buddy?
If you think about it, oh, let me do something here. Well, I've worked in hospitals a majority of my life. I'll tell you one thing: the nurses that go to work, they usually tend to work for numerous years in the same field, same hospital. Labor and
Yeah.
delivery kind of special. It's like a special skill, kind of. And them labor and delivery nurses are special people, right?
Of course.
It's
Yeah.
not leg surgery people, not knee surgery people. It's So I'd like to know how many people have worked there, because we know 17 have brain tumors, right? But
Oh,
how
it's
many total people work there? If only 20 people work there, that changes the scope of things, doesn't it?
well, that's a great question. And I would also look at how many people have retired and got sick,
Right.
right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, Nan just chimed in on a text me. She said, I spoke to 5 nurses yesterday. It's not a coincidence, it's a cover up. So not
Wow.
that she just talked to 5 regular nurses. I don't know if it was 5 nurses from
Yeah, probably somewhere down there.
yeah, that's just, I mean, obviously, even the layman like ourselves that don't know nothing about medicine, you just can't have 17 people on the same floor at the 5th floor in the same department to come down sick. It just,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Nan talked to 5 nurses
Hey,
from that
Tina,
hospital yesterday.
did,
Hey,
did you hear about Brigham and Women's
Yeah, there's 17.
17?
It's
Oh,
it's
heads up.
New Wells Hospital.
Look at the dog. Hi.
Tommy,
What?
Nan talked to 5 nurses from that hospital.
All right.
Hi. Hi, how are you? Hi, bud.
Oh, that's
Hi,
nice, Tommy.
you're so good. Love them.
New Wellesley Hospital in New,
Right.
the hospital right next to me. 17 women on the maternity ward all have brain tumors. So something clearly is going on. It must be the air in there, or maybe the operating room. I don't know. You can only guess, but that's It's never been heard of before.
It would
So is
even
it
start.
that, or is it the COVID shot that did something? They were mandated to do their COVID shot.
Yep.
Was it something?
Maybe.
I don't know, but I'm waiting to hear more on it.
Yeah. 17 people is a lot.
That's a lot.
A lot.
That's a real lot.
Yep.
So something clearly is amiss with that.
Ugly. So
Tom,
Is Mike Lehrer in there?
the glare, I haven't seen the glare chime in yet. Mike, Mike, have you seen the glare?
no, he's not in the chat yet.
No. He's probably sleeping.
He'd probably
He
sleep.
doesn't been doing late shows lately.
Yeah.
So
I'm a little bit behind, but
Yeah.
you know, we'll see what happens. All right, I'm running to the.
all right.
Hi, Mike.
Are you gonna do morning
Hey,
prayer?
girl. Hey, girl.
We did morning prayer up at the thing, and we
Missed
did.
it.
We did the Our Father, and we did the Pledge of Allegiance. All right, I'm running to the ladies.
Bye-bye, have fun.
Everybody stay safe and say prayers for everybody out here because it's a different vibe, you know,
Yeah.
down here now.
Doing our best. Considering what we got, we're doing good.
Did
Just so
hear
you
me?
guys know, I have the whole entire filing. I'll go over it after we plug in and get me online.
Yeah. Did you hear what I had to say?
No, I didn't hear.
So Nan talked to 5 nurses, right?
Okay.
From that hospital.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, she'll know more later. So just heads up.
Wow. That's good. And you know what? I'm pretty sure that's in her wheelhouse.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. So
Yeah.
that's great news that if they decide to go with Nan, which I would highly recommend, that means she has to go pro hoc vice in here. So Mike, she talked to 5 of the 17 nurses. Yeah, so that's good.
And again, if Nan needs any help whatsoever, boots on the ground here, doing anything, more than happy to
Well, I'm
oblige
almost
with her, whatever she needs.
I was thinking, Tom, maybe we can get some peaceful protesters out in front of the hospital supporting the nurses.
We can do that. That can
Yeah,
happen. Hey, how about we leave here and go there?
Well, I mean, he's trying to shotgun it, but maybe we do a Saturday or Sunday. I don't know.
No, do it today. Give me an American flag. I'll walk up in front and down the hospital and right in the whole day until this is all done. I'll come back here and we'll get Karen leaving.
All right. Do it well. Let's do
That sound like a plan? I'll ask
See,
Scott. Let's see if Scott wants to do it.
Yeah. All right, people. Shit's getting crazy.
Well, I mean,
no, I like
we
Tom.
probably want to bounce that off of Nan before we take action. It's just a thought right now. Look at this plate. Look at the vanity plate, Mike. You ready? You ready?
Oh, yeah, I love it. Yeah,
That not karma?
Yeah, well, if you drive an E350, you're all right. Hey, Bob Alisi's Slice and Dice now open for business. Thanks for the $5. Tommy, you need a press pass.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're working on that. What do you think about leaving here and going in front of Newton Wellesley for a little bit with American flags for the support the nurses? And then come back here.
Because I'm thinking about moving my truck over here, and I don't want to lose the spot.
No, we can jump in my car. We'll go jump. I got room for 5. One in the trunk.
So, yeah, you put them on the spot. And what's he going to say? No. You know, you're going to be kind of.
It's just a thought. I know. Maybe that's something we plan and organize with some of the nurse. Yeah. Oh, we missed the dogs.
I just mentioned that to you, and you're like,
yeah,
today. You know what? Because you're not might be.
Yeah, go ahead. Go grab your truck. I got this.
You might not be here tomorrow.
Right here, dude. Go. I got this.
You know.
I love that sign. I don't know if you can see it.
Don't put up today what you can. I mean, don't put up today what you can. Don't. How's it go?
Don't put off today what you can do tomorrow.
Another way. No, other way around, right? don't put it up to tomorrow what you can do today. Yeah, that's the way I feel. Something like that. Because we all know, Tom, your life is precious, man.
Sorry, I saw her leave someone yesterday, my friend. I know.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we were fucking fighting, man. All three of us that were working on this guy, and we were, man, fighting for him.
Sucks, man.
Yeah.
And so I said a little prayer for him this morning. You know, talking to you because life is. I've seen it happen myself. That's what we were talking about, like how do paramedics and stuff when they have to come on the scene like that, like unalived, all that stuff. It's tough, man. I mean, just shit sucks.
Nope. You gotta keep going. Saving. Sorry, dude.
Oh, you saving the spot?
Oh, Peppa. Thank you, Peppa. She's great.
He's past the
Really
pepper,
is,
yeah.
Mike.
Did we see Mike and Tom? Did you guys see the videos from Mass Live at the last trial? Yes, I did. Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
He was actually given a press pass, he was considered the press by word of just by oral argument. Like so that gentleman is really upset. He's going to be here next week, or maybe even today. He is going to start filming things and go down there and try to understand what's going on. Because he's an auditor for the First Right Amendments, and just it fired him up because he's been down to Stoughton before, he's been to Dedham before, and he still believes that the buffer zone from last year was wrong. So, but he wanted to memorialize it and stuff. So he'll be around. He's been chirping out. He's been chirping. So I like it.
Hey, real quick, everybody. Eric is live on Jammin' 94.5. Saving it.
Eric. All right, man.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on lately, man. Just the nurses.
Yep.
This trial. Some law. Some federal First Amendment right filings. Yeah, Kelly, I saw that. I don't want to say it, but I saw that. Yeah. I don't want to that's just I don't want him to. Obviously, we don't want him to do shit. But it's just crazy, man. Like, I can't think of another. I mean, think about all the big cases that have been around in the United States. Oh, just use OJ. There was no buffer zone. They knew they couldn't block it. No. But yeah, I always think of this too. If Karen was wearing orange because she didn't have bail money, do you think there'd be a buffer zone? If they had to walk her into the court, and do you think, do you really think they'd want us to see that?
Sorry, I'm saving the spot for my friend.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry, bud.
Oh, God. Here we go. I can see it now. He's gonna chirp on. He's gonna get a ticket.
Oh God, yeah. People are gonna be pissed because I'm saving the spot for Scott. That guy right there's got a radio on, and he asked if he could park there. I said no.
Just tell someone that they're pulling your car up for you.
No, I'm saving it. Bye. Yep. What else? Oh, we're gonna just so you guys know, I have the whole complaint. We'll read it when we go sit down. I got my laptop so we can do like a proper show, and maybe if the internet's decent, maybe take a call or two. Sound good?
Tom, I'm all about it, brother. Yeah, Depp Heard had no buffer zone. Thanks, Kelly. Yeah. I just don't understand. Like, maybe they got better judge. I don't know what the hell's going on. And we're Massachusetts is we brought this shit. We threw the tea. We taxation without representation. We this is what it's all about, man.
Yeah.
And here we are today, 250 years later, having the same shit done to us. And they got all the guns. They got all the guns. It's a different atmosphere, man. And I get a feeling if Karen was walking in with shackles and shit like that, they'd want everybody to see that. They'd want everybody to see that. But where it's the opposite, they don't like that. They don't want that. Even but OJ never came in shackles. He was bailed out, right? He wasn't on bail.
Nope.
Right? Or if Aiden, so let's say Aiden's court case comes up, right? There's not going to be a buffer zone, right?
No.
Right. Yeah.
Little Miss Red Velvet. The issue is this. You ready? Karen has support, okay, for the fact that she didn't do anything wrong. The people that are in the courthouse and associated with the courthouse are all covering up for the people that did wrong. And there you go. And they have the power because, as Aiden says, they have the guns. We don't.
Yeah. Yep.
So
That's why I find it so hard that
I got mine over in the corner. Oh, Boston Herald did an article. Cluster of Massachusetts nurses reportedly diagnosed with brain tumors. We're going to set up a protest, a peaceful protest out there one of these days soon. We're going to get some, we're going to try and coordinate it. I think Nan spoke to some nurses. I don't know if they're from here or from there. So
they're from here.
we get
They're
some
from here.
contacts. So maybe we get them going and we'll all get together and do something maybe on a Saturday or Sunday. Something.
Tommy.
We should leave here and go there and then come back here. Huh? Oh, you're going there? Okay, yeah.
Tommy.
Yeah.
She spoke to 5 nurses from Newton Wellesley.
Nan spoke for 5 nurses from Newton Wellesley. That's a wheelhouse. I would think so.
Oh, so we get some people in the chat that are definitely
They all find little girls out. Yeah. They use them as.
And they'll have records of that too.
Have their vaccine, they have to watch them right on it.
It's gonna happen now. Other nurses in other states and other country in the country gonna start looking at what's going on in their own wards. And you know, nurses that I've noticed, they don't quit. Like they're there a long time. A lot of them, like the director of emergency room, like 30-something years. Like you kidding me? Most of it was the director. So yeah, they usually tend to stay in labor and delivery. It's a specialized side. It's a whole thing. It's not ED. It's not.
They have a level of caring about patients.
Well, it's
their dedication.
And the what if complications with the baby. They have, the infant warmers. I used to do all that stuff.
They work together as a unit,
Yes.
as a team.
They do there. When I was a biomed, I had 2 favorite things: the ED and labor and delivery. Those 2 places got my attention right away, no matter what. Babies and people that are hurt. Everyone else, you're here. We can get to you. They're more important than everybody. So, yeah, I have a special place for labor and delivery nurses. They could deal with what we did yesterday. That messed me up, man. That was tough yesterday. They added 7 more on top of it.
My perspective,
You mind being on TV? Okay.
so I have a very unique education in
What is it?
I'm a regenerative health practitioner.
Okay, which is?
So I basically identify a root cause of why symptoms are presenting in the body.
Oh.
And then I write a protocol individually specific to the person's need. And then I help walk you through reversing your illness or disease.
How'd you come here today?
Here all the time. Not all the time, but I'm here.
Like, talk about being sent from God.
I try to be here like as often as I can.
What?
I'm Naomi.
Damn, do you know Nan?
I have not met her in person, but we just connected on Facebook.
Oh, you gotta talk. She's great.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll love her.
Yeah,
oh, she's so special. Yeah.
Pops on your
Yeah.
show.
No, she's different special with a different league. Oh my God.
But,
So, what do you think about this?
17 people. That's like obviously suspicious. But all I can say is like, with their 5 towers on top of that building, are these nurses wearing, wireless earbuds?
Yeah.
The light, like artificial light, really does affect our light because we emit our electrical beings, right?
The bulbs in the ballasts on a frequency.
100%. So the light
I gotcha.
should be turned down, or they should be changed out, and everything also kind of. I say diet is foundational. We're electrical species. We need high electrical charge foods. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Pure water. We need spring water, not filtered.
Right.
Friggin'.
Not messed with.
Not reversed osmosis.
Right.
Not distilled. We need good living spring water.
You
Tommy,
Yes, sir.
Tommy. Nan just said in the chat to have this lady right here call her.
Okay. I'll
'Cause
go.
she-
I can
they
get them two
connected on-
together.
Well, they
Dan?
connected on They connected on Facebook, so
Yeah, but I can. Yeah, I'll take
you know
care
what
of
to
it.
do.
Yeah.
Right.
Now I'm drinking
Yeah.
pure algae.
I've seen this before. You make that, right?
Yeah, it's just a powder. It comes from Peru. It's
Peru.
Like, yeah, it's like clean living algae.
I have
And antioxidants, proteins.
I got a question that's different. Is it true that if I go and buy local honey from a guy on the side of the road, that's going to help me with allergies because of the honey, how it's produced with local? Now, if I go over her house, which is 8 miles away, and buy honey over there from their bees, it won't help me as much as the honey local to me. That makes sense?
I don't have the answer to
Okay.
that. Allergies. Let's ask, why do we have allergies? Why is our body reacting to allergies?
Right.
And primarily everything that stems from our illnesses, our gut. Our gut. If you fix the gut,
From the stomach.
and
I get you.
allergies will go away.
Wow.
You can everything in the body.
So, on another question, what do you think about the buffer zone?
Against our God-given right to be here.
Yeah.
It pisses me off, just like it pisses you off.
Yeah.
I'm changing my citizenship to state national.
Okay.
So I can go back to common law.
Look at these guys. Woohoo!
No, not yet. No.
Looking nice, guys. Look how nice you guys look. Wow. I gotta get, hey guys, check this out. How about getting together, take a picture? Even Harry's dressed up. Jump in here. Jump in there with them. You look dynamite. You look. Would you do your hair? Do you do your hair different? It looks great.
Nice picture, Tom.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on. Check that out.
Oh, love it. Yeah. 30.
Isn't that great? Check this picture out, guys.
Oh,
It's open to the public.
No, no.
that's nice.
That's a seriously awesome picture. Wow. All right, Mike. Sorry, I'm back with you. Oh, hey,
It's okay, bro. Just I sent you a text that you can't read out loud either. Okay.
okay.
All right.
Hold on one second.
If that lady that you just talked to, the algae
Yes.
lady, if they're friends on Facebook, Nan wants to talk to her.
Yes, they are friends, and she just connected, so I'll make sure they get that. She sends her a message. I'll have her say that Tom told me to get in touch with you. How's that?
All right. That's perfect.
Awesome. See, bringing people together, right?
Yeah, that's what it's all about, brother. Peacefully protesting, man. Tommy, 2 phones, multitasking.
You couldn't believe I had 2 half left.
Yeah. So it's nice to see that they're gonna go and represent us in court. Those 3 people are going in to stand for our rights and our freedoms, and they're putting their heads on the line. So
Wait a minute. Are they going to court right now?
later on this afternoon.
Oh, that's when the hearing is tonight. Is this afternoon? Okay.
Yes.
All right. It looks like Karen's motion is going all the way to the Supreme Court SCOTUS. Yep, that's cool. The appellate, Marty Weinberg. Let's go, buddy.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
Tom,
everybody
what?
that's listening, you gotta go subscribe to Justice Serve TV, please.
And our channel. Plot twist pending. Tom did
Mike,
file a lawsuit.
they're close to 10,000 subs.
Wow.
They're wicked close, so we're going to push them over. If so, everyone that goes from here, can you just make a little note over there and say, "Yo, hey, coming from here."
Yep.
So,
Well, if we have a link, maybe one of the mods can post it in the chat and pin it. Maybe, I don't know. Don't forget, we need a QR code up for Karen Reed or whatever you guys want to do at the top there.
yeah, we can. I can do that from the bakery.
All right, then.
Just pick up a wait a little bit. Oh, stopping traffic. Why?
Thank you,
Oh,
Bob Reese's
they
for
stopped. The state police stopped traffic. That's probably for one of the
Oh yeah, definitely.
family members or something. I don't know.
Well, no, the family members can't. Well, they can't. A witness can't be in there.
Oh, a witness can't be in there.
I get the truck on the
Yeah.
buffer zone, I can put all the signs on it.
Yep.
Good job, Scotty.
Henry's getting famous here.
Hey, Nan wants you to get her a beer claw.
Rating is like my treat. I just did it.
Oh my goodness.
You gotta have like the dogs of the Free Karen Reed movie.
I know. Yeah, all the different dogs. Yeah. And you know what, Scott? They've all been really nice. You notice that? The dog, some dogs just get away from me. Just these are all been very personable.
Yeah, I don't think people would take them down there with the weren't.
Even last year with the huge crowds.
Yep, they were good with the crowds.
Free Karen Reed's dogs.
None of them fought with each other either, ever. Yeah. Oh, one of my ducks fell out of my pocket over in the gutter.
Okay.
Is that littering? I'll probably have to pick that up. I'll get popped for that one. I dropped the duck.
It can't have the felony.
No, it isn't. Hey, what would you think, Scott, if I told you that lightning strikes twice, and so does in Helena?
Dad and Pop just came and told me to stay out of the driveway. Just say,
Okay.
They were doing that the other day.
I know. They did it to us last year too. We did like one day on this side.
So, what do you think? What if I told you that?
Why? What did hell?
Can't hear you, Tom. Tom, you're wrong. Okay. He's got us on mute.
So, yeah.
So Helena crashed, but he's living up to her name.
Crashing around, baby, bouncing off stuff. Here we go. So we get snowbanks from all of we could plow them up and we could drive right into them, bounce off them. We used to buy, what's this? What are they giving away? What is it? Okay, can I see what those are?
Oh, wow. Yeah, she brought these as gifts, but if you want one, if they're lighters
Yeah,
and
I'll take a letter. Send me a letter.
there you go. Come on, there's a lighter. Do you want a coaster thing? This
Yeah.
one's mine.
Yeah.
One of these ones.
See, that's smart. People giving out business. Okay, that's smart.
Yeah.
Oh wow. That's
Who was that?
wow.
Who gave it? You did? Thank you so much.
You guys want
I bet-
some of these? Oh, this one has 8 on it.
Yeah, it's got Turtle Boy on it right
Yeah.
there.
I want one of those.
Hey, will Dennis talk about the audit meeting or no? Did you want to talk about it?
No, I got
Hold on, where's that one go?
Does Dennis want to talk about the audit meeting or no? Do you think?
What's up, bud?
Does Dennis want to talk about the audit meeting?
You're killing on mine. Have to be
How'd she get up there?
Who's
He must go
talking?
that way, that way, that way, and then come back up. That explains that. Well, if it was 10 degrees colder, it'd be dead by now. Thank God the weather's decent.
Yeah, it's gonna be 55 to 60 today. Red Sox opener today. See what happens. Smoke him if you got him, Jeffrey. That's right.
So with that, can you see that cop down there standing in the corner?
Yeah.
That's where Karen comes up.
Right. Right. So how many people do you think are there, Tom?
Nan likes the bakery. The
Yeah.
bakery is friggin'. Wait till you guys see the
Right.
pastries they make.
Yeah. Benson and Hedges.
Clean up the garbage. Look at it's Rafferty and Morrissey. That's fantastic. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so great.
That is cool. You guys gotta hit that smash and subscribe, please, for us, because we need to get our numbers up too. Let's go. We need to get to 7,000 subscribers. We're only at 6,700. Can we get to 7,000 today? Can we get 300 people? We'll see. We'll see. If you guys like the content, you know what I mean?
What, Bob?
I'm trying to get us to 7,000. We're at 6,700.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That'd be huge. Hello.
Right.
But all you gotta do is just hit that little subscribe button. Free. Whenever me and Mike go live, you'll get a little notification.
Yeah, it doesn't cost you anything.
So
Why don't you ask her about the audit meeting right there on your left last night in the pink? Was she there?
yeah, man. Was it 30%? Is it? I think it's 30% of the people that watch are not subscribed.
Right. That's not bad, actually.
No, that's pretty good. But
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
Do
you want to talk?
everyone's hoping.
Do you want to talk to anybody about the audit at all, or no?
Not
to your left.
We can maybe go over that.
No. Oh, right there on your left, the pink girl.
Yeah.
If you want to.
Yeah. Hold on.
We put the cone there so nobody parks there.
If I go to the bakery, you want to go and hang out? We'll do a show from the bakery. I have my laptop right there. So it'd be like live. So sweet.
We've been hoping a lot that Karen would drive this
Right,
way,
drive by.
like she did the first day.
Yeah.
That's not the way they're coming in. They wrap around the court, come this way, then turn.
Yeah.
So not driving by this way.
Where is he? Hank, don't walk by here no more.
The membership, Patty. Free Karen
Nope.
Reed, baby. Yeah, if you're from Canton or you're interested in Canton politics, watch that shit show last night of a fucking audit meeting. Oh my God.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I will.
Thank you.
Drinking your grass a little.
Wrap around.
So yeah, so this is what we got right here.
Only the first day.
Hey, it's growing.
Nice. Thank you, everybody. My
They
goodness.
come in the back, go in front of the court, and then turn left.
I don't know if you guys heard Erica on Jim in 94.5, but she was on that this morning.
I didn't hear. I wonder what she said.
She's talking about Karen Reed and the buffer zone and how it's not constitutional, and they're finding out. She usually calls in and keeps them up to date. You know, she'll
Right.
touch base with them, and I mean that's a huge audience, Mike. So.
Tommy, Jay and the hall want you to name your stream from the bakery. Get baked and hang out with Tommy 2 phones.
There we go. Here we go. I mean, after yesterday, I gotta say I wouldn't mind it. Yesterday was a tough day.
Thanks, Jay. That was good, buddy. That made me laugh.
Yesterday was just different.
Yeah, yesterday in the breakfast place at the Grateful Diner, there was a casualty. A gentleman passed away yesterday, right there on the spot.
We tried to.
Now stop putting it on yourself, Tommy. I mean, it's you did what you did, and it's you,
Yeah, it's just you want a different result. You want a different outcome, Mike.
right, right.
You know.
Hey, what's the age of the average grandmother you think?
Oh boy, I gotta say, average age
Yeah.
probably 47. No.
From the top, they don't even care. Just don't hold up your goddamn camera and read something.
Oh my god. Yeah. So when we can, I think we can take calls, Mike.
Well, you can. We still haven't fixed the problem yet.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yep.
But
Everybody
I-
else seems to figure it out,
Mike-
Tom, except for us. I mean, come on now.
I have a different browser. I'm gonna use a different browser. I think
Oh, okay, sure.
that's gonna fix it.
All right, Tom.
We can give it a shot.
All right. I don't mind listening for a while, but so Mindy's a grandmother at 51. Okay. Well, someone in Canton might be is a grandmother.
There's nobody in front of the courthouse, but the state police still escort Hanky into the front door. But like,
Of all
the hell's
people.
gonna get to him?
I know, right? See, Mike, the problem is they don't know who we are. They don't understand that. Like, I want to ask Hank questions. I'm intrigued by him. I don't, like, why would they, why does he need a state police escort with guns?
Well, here's he's under a gag order. So we can ask him about the Celtics. I mean,
Right, right, exactly.
Literally nobody down there except the press.
They gotta justify their overtime,
Rogue,
guys.
News reporter gonna go after him?
Maybe we'll sit down and do some FOIA requests. What do you think? To find out how much this costs and just the details. Look, Mike, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 state police officers in a huddle over there doing nothing.
Wow. What we need is those barriers from the front of the courtroom down here.
In front of the courthouse?
Oh yeah.
They're just hanging out.
Yep. They're all talking about the lawsuit.
Yeah.
You know, they should.
Well, don't forget there's 2 other unnamed parties in that whole deal.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's not like you're gonna play eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a Leo by a toe.
Well, you think about it, Tommy. You got the state police community action team.
Yep.
You have the CERT team guys on the bicycles. Then you have Dedham police.
And you have the undercovers. It's a big op. It's one big op. That's all this is.
Remember last year during the trial? We identified the undercover officer.
Yeah, it was like, oh, dude, try harder next time. Yeah.
It's 80 degrees out and you got a jacket on and a bulge coming off your hip.
Yeah.
I think we know that you're undercover.
We see it, buddy. We see it. Put it away. Yeah. I remember that guy too. It was so friggin'
There was a few of
clear
them.
as day. Yeah. I'm sure they're here too. They're here today.
They just want the money, dude. They want to get
It's a money grab, buddy. It's a money grab. How much we getting overtime?
You taught me that, man. I never thought of that kind of thing until you started talking about it with me. I'm like, wow, you're right.
Crazy town, buddy.
Yeah, I never it really is. It comes down to money, and I was like, how? And then you started explaining it to me. I'm like, holy Jesus. What's going on? Karen walking in.
Hey! Hey, Jay! Hey, Jay! People are down there.
You wait.
Allison, isn't that just chilling that you can't even take a picture?
I mean, I like her saying no one in her face.
Right.
There's a cop across the street. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What's your girl?
How is she getting back and forth like that, Erica?
Is he? Again?
Erica, he's waiting for you to cross.
You blowing me again?
Thank you.
What just happened?
Erica, did they say anything to you up there?
No, but as I was walking back.
She doesn't want to say it on camera, dude, because they're watching. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but she didn't stop. She kept walking. She's allowed to walk. She's the sidewalk. She's walking on the sidewalk.
Oh, I see what you're saying. She's not wearing any swag or anything. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an undercover right there. He's undercover. Watch Mike, guy on the bench. See him? Undercover. State police.
Oh, yeah.
They get 2 undercover officers. That's one of them.
Oh, Jesus, she's going down there. Oh my God.
Hey, hold on.
They're
Hold
sitting
on.
there watching us. Put it on mute if you have to.
Hold on, Mike.
Yeah, buddy. Put it on mute though if you're gonna, talk about things.
Yeah, that's just gonna tell Scott something. Scotty. Hey. Guy sitting on the bench. He's Irish.
See how long that was.
Yep. That's one of the 2. He's there taking pictures of us, recording and stuff. See him?
Yeah.
Yep.
I love you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the bakery. Neil, you want to go to the bakery?
I'm gonna head home.
All right, bud. Yeah. Okay. I'll see you Monday. All right, my friend. You have a wonderful weekend, sir.
You doing the same?
Do my best. God willing. All right. How's everybody doing?
Well, no one's I don't think there's a channel right now covering the inside right now that I can see.
I can pop that up once I get into the bakery. It's easy.
All right, here
But
we
it's just,
go.
I mean, do you want to listen to Bev go over the witness list again?
No, I mean just law and crime. Some people want to watch it. I'm sure. You know what I mean? I don't know if you want to. Law and crime's got it on. Yeah. Or maybe maybe not. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. I don't know. Does anybody in the chat know what channel is on? We don't have to have it on. It's just the same questions and stuff. So they have 10 witnesses seated. So 5 men and 5 women, right?
Yes. Yes, they did very good with that. I'm happy.
So we could be starting next week if things keep going the way they're going. Interesting.
Hey, when I walk in the bakery, I'm gonna mute it so I can talk to the guy real quick. Ask the permission. But there's somebody that I know that knows the owner of the bakery.
Okay.
So
All right. So law and crime does have it on. Okay. Thank you, Brad. Thanks.
yep, just hold tight. I'll pop it on once I get in here real quick.
No,
and then
I'm just
we can
saying,
do our show too.
the people are just they like maybe someone hasn't seen it yet. Who knows? I don't know.
Well, That's like almost torture to have to sit and listen to her go through the witness list again, dude.
Isn't it weird how they have the
So
alphabetical
bad.
list but they have it by first name too? That's
So,
the craziest
hold on, Mike.
thing. Yeah.
Listen, you don't gotta be cute for the show. Look at me. I'm a perfect example. All right, listen, I need electricity. A plug. Just one. I need just one. Yeah. Where? Up there.
Is he happy about
Behind the
the
counter?
business?
Oh, yeah. Here works. Yeah. This'll work.
Is he happy about the business coming in or no?
Yeah. Have you guys noticed that increase in business since the Karen retrial? Like more people come in? Have you noticed more people coming in since the Karen retrial? Yeah. Well, how about, was it good last year? Not bad. Yeah. I know we kept coming in, we get coffee and stuff like that. So yeah. No, it was good. Thank you. We like our stuff. You guys do good stuff. That's usually full of all stuff that, like, I want one of them and one of them and two of them and three of them. All right, hold on, Mike.
Take your time, brother. You think a shitty weekend is gonna rain? What I'm seeing?
Yeah, they're gonna rain this weekend.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. We'll see. Yeah, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday snow. What the fudge? Wow. Well, the S&P 500 is down 4.84% already. Interesting.
All right. All right, getting there, Mike.
Yeah.
This is actually really cool.
This is a nice little setup you got going on, pal.
Yeah, I moved the table over here and everything.
Get yourself a coffee. Yeah, get yourself a coffee.
Yep.
Bathroom's right behind you. I would just make sure people coming in, you don't want to get them on camera. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
Especially being recorded. I don't know if you know what I mean. I don't know how you. It's the last thing we need.
Yeah, it's okay. I got the camera to me.
All right, man. Oh yeah, you got to flip it around. Okay, yeah.
Okay. All right, see how we doing here. No internet.
Oh, perfect. Tommy, 2 phones. Get a
Getting there,
crawler.
baby.
Get a crawler. No tariff on the baked goods.
I'm trying to find my network.
Wonder if they have a Wi-Fi.
They do, but I want to try and keep it on mine
I hear it. Yeah.
for a certain
Leave it on.
reason.
Yeah, true.
So let me disconnect this. Hold on 1 second. We're getting there, guys. Power off. Power off. What do you think's gonna get dropped today? What do we still? Do you know anything? What's out? You know what's on the docket that we haven't covered yet?
Yeah. Motion to dismiss hasn't been finalized yet. Obviously, the jurors being seated. I'm
Right.
trying to think out. The Vaudiers, Welch is already done, so I don't know what's remaining. I don't know. Hey, there's a video here with Sergeant Slammer on TMZ. If you want to play that, we have that with Billy Bush. I mean,
Billy Bush.
you know, the guy from TMZ.
Yeah, he's kind of famous.
Yeah. We can talk about the audit and stuff. You can play the audit. We can do that. We'll get Law and Crime on right now. I can send you the link right now if you want it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my laptop to connect. It's not for whatever reason.
So Tommy, 2 phones.
I'm working it.
You should
And I just
connect to the other. Yeah,
I just threw my laptop in my bag and left. I didn't even do anything. And it's not usually connected to the internet. I use it for it's my telecam. I use it to watch telly. We'll say.
watch Tully. Okay.
Like if he comes down to visit and say hi, right?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha. People are sending you a couple of bucks for bakery goods, Tom, just so you know.
Are they really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. People are buying your coffee and
I
bakery.
can't see the chat, so
That's what I'm telling you.
oh my god, dude. Really? That's all. I thank you to every single
Yeah.
person. My goodness. Wow.
I remember our show was Coffee Time with Tommy and Boston Mike. So here's your coffee time, folks.
We're here. Check.
Only it took us a little while to get there. We're just gonna change the if we can, girls and the mods. If we can change the top right corner to the QR code for either Aiden or Karen, that'd be great. If not, I understand. It's Friday. It's Friday. Thank you, Christine, for the $10. AKA K Fan. Thank you so much. She's a member. Oh gosh. Wow. What's the name of the bakery, Tom? I think you might have stepped inside for a second. Any questions in the chat for Tom?
All right, I'm back, I think. Hold on.
What's the name of the bakery, Tom?
La Luce. It is La Luce Pastry Shop.
La Luce. Okay. There you go right there. La Luce Pastry.com.
And they're really, really good people here, Mike.
All right. There's your plug.
They why is that X? Last it's not connecting.
Okay.
But that's okay, 'cause I can do this. The last time we were here, he let us like do whatever we wanted when it came to the stuff here. So I would make a box. I want one of these, three of these, three of these, three of these, and we had fun with it. I'll put it that way.
Okay. Any glazed donuts there or no?
You know, I didn't seem to notice. Oh, I got an idea. All right, hold on. All right, so that's booting up. I'm gonna have a smoke over here real quick. Yeah, it's right in Dedham Center. Great place.
Oh, look at that place, man. Oh, you have outdoor seating and everything, man. Wow.
Yep.
You got a spa next door? Well, Jesus.
Barber shop.
Gallery? Got a gallery shop? You gonna give a haircut? You tell me you get a haircut and a bakery and you got a spa? I mean, Jesus Christ. It's nice. You get an
Dedham
outside-
Center, man. And there was a guy here last year playing the piano.
Oh, no
The
way.
piano here.
Oh, wow. Is that a music store?
Yes.
See that
There
sign?
you
Hey,
go.
see that sign? Hey, see that sign on the door right there? On the left-hand door? Look what it says. The camera's on.
Damn zone.
No, hey, turn around. Turn around. Look at that camera on the front door. See the camera sign? You're being recorded. That's what we need right there. Right by where the piano is.
I don't see no camera there, buddy.
But I'm saying there is one somewhere. Go down. Look down. To your right. Right there. That warning sign is what you need. There you go. That's what you need. Someone didn't have one.
Nope. And he put it like right up here too,
I
so you
saw
can
that.
hear everything.
Right.
How bad do you think he feels when people are out there talking about the food he doesn't make?
Right.
Because I mean, I don't see much business going through there, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. So, Mike, I think we can do this another way.
Okay, Tommy. Tommy, 2 phones. Let me know.
So
Well, did everybody leave the standout for now? Or are they just hanging out? Or what are they doing?
they just disperse and they'll come back.
Amber Bauer's coming down to have a donut with you right now.
Nice. It's right in
All right,
down.
Amber.
Yeah.
Yeah, she knows where it is. She's coming down right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the Grateful Diner is just across the street, and there's a restaurant, the Horse Thieves Tavern.
Right.
I got the prime rib there one day. It was just fabulous.
I haven't noticed any fire trucks going by with the stuff on, you know?
I haven't heard no sirens today. Have you?
No. So how many people were down there you think doing overtime today? Getting like at least 10?
Minimum.
Wow.
The whole team. There's a whole team of them. Special team they have. It's like the special team they had last trial for Karen, where they had
Right.
somebody doing security on the jury.
Jesus Christ. You mean Mr.
Who's
Fanning?
doing that this year? Wait a minute. Who's doing it this trial?
I
Who's
don't know,
doing the
man.
security this trial? Do you know?
I have no idea. Interesting question, Thomas.
All right, let me go down for a quick second here. We can do this. Tell me
Give
it's
it a
open.
pep. I can't hear you, buddy.
I'm talking to myself.
All right.
Come on, almost there, Mike.
every single question posed of us.
Open. Damn it, I'm offline. Can't do it that way. Yeah, this sucks. All right. Let's see if I can do something else here. Close that out. Yep. Come on. Everything connects but my laptop, and I don't know why.
That's weird.
Tell me about it.
That's your laptop for sure, obviously.
I have my phone. I have my burner phone.
Yeah, but
I have my
you getting
and I have my
Wi-Fi?
tablet too. I have 3 things connected to my Wi-Fi.
All right, so take your phone, use it as a hotspot, connect to that.
That's what I did. That's how I have all this connected.
So
I
you
have
can't
3 things connected, but my laptop won't connect.
to your hotspot.
Correct.
Well, can it find anybody's?
Yeah, I'm looking right now. Everything's locked down though.
Ned wants to know if
Actually,
you want
there's a printer. Someone has a wireless printer open. Do you want me to print 30 copies or something?
No thanks. Nan, bring your mobile hotspot with you if you come up in the future. Yes, definitely. Maybe we should just get Tom one. I mean, I don't know. Tom,
No, not worth the money. Mike, they're not worth the money.
Okay, Tommy.
I've been down that road. I was gonna buy one, and it comes down to data.
All right, here, let me tell you something. Here you are in a bakery, and you can't get a connection. So I don't know what to say. All right. I'm just saying.
I see the network. I see them all.
All right, man.
I even see mine, but it won't connect.
And that's interesting that you can't. What does your laptop actually say? Can't find network.
No network.
That's fucking bullshit. Yeah, that's weird.
And I'm on my other networks I was on. Hold on.
Yeah, something's blocked, dude.
Connect. Save. Okay. On, edit. Scott McGinnis.
Is he there?
Scott McGinnis is here.
All right.
He walks in with his signs. They know Scott when he comes in.
Rain, sleet, or snow, Scott McGinnis is ready to go.
No doubt, always there.
Mick Dickles is like Mac Dickles is like my neighbor used to get cupcakes from La Luz. Hopefully he was saying it right, La Luz.
StreamYard. I'm gonna get Scotty on here. So I go enter. Then when we go and and I want to You guys there, right?
Gotcha.
All right. Now can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, sweet. All right.
You got the fan. We get the fan.
So this is gonna be Scott when he comes out. And I'll just be on that. Yeah, Kristen, I tried that, Kristen. It didn't work. All right, Scott, here. That's you. What's going on, Mike?
Hey, Scotty, what's happening, brother?
You know, getting a coffee and maybe a glazed donut.
I think they might have sold out already with the glazed donuts.
Is Bev televising this?
Is what?
Is Bev have the cameras on?
Yeah, Lauren Prime has it on. Yeah, we're gonna have it on in a second.
Oh,
You're talking about inside the courtroom, right?
Oh, that's weird.
well, I know she turned it off the other day. The camera.
Oh, real? Oh, really?
Yeah.
But Lauren Prime has it on. I was just on YouTube. They have it on. Yeah. I wonder why she turned it off.
Well, I mean, when they start bringing up potential jurors sidebars, obviously she doesn't want.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, we got it on now.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah. It's been kind of the same thing, Scott, every day. Like the jury, it's not like we missed anything. But I'm glad to get 5 and 5 right now. Do you know the color? Is there one black gentleman? Is that what I'm told? Do you know? Can you confirm that?
I think somebody reported that was a black male on the jury that got picked.
Yeah, that's what I saw too. Okay. I hope so.
What? They didn't call me. Right. Right, what's up?
Oh, there's an echo. That's what it is. Is it 2 microphones going?
Yeah, I got to turn that one going. I turn this one down.
George W. Bush Sr. was born in Milton. Yeah. Yes, he was.
Is the echo gone, Mike?
Yes.
Okay. He had 2 microphones going.
Tommy 2 phones. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, it's the way he rolls.
I see Nan's in the chat, huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, every day it's the same thing. I mean, Bev gives the same instructions to the next batch of jurors, reads the witness list.
But
so it's repetitive. You know what I mean?
But do you find it weird that the defense is going to ask for the jury list every day in a motion and a filing? Have you seen that?
No, I understand. I understand that each batch of new jurors that she has to read the entire defense. I mean, the entire witness list in case any of the potential jurors know any of the witnesses. Right. So every day it's repetitive. So the next batch of potential jurors comes in, and Bev has to do the, do you know any of these people? Are you biased? You read the forms they filled out. So it's day after day, it's kind of repetitive.
Do you think they're going to go with 16 jurors this time? Or try to get 16 again? 16?
Well, I mean, last trial, she picked 20.
Okay. All right.
I think 16 is actually cutting it close. I would think she would pick 18 or 20 again, just in case. Especially when you know it's going to be a long trial. You might have people that, tap out.
Yep. Yeah. All right. So Lauren Crime is live right now. Okay. Thanks, Kelly.
No problem. I had to just get home. I was like trying to drive as fast as I can. They said, I just thought I heard him say, "All rise." So
you did.
Okay. So it should be good to go, but it does seem to buffer itself for some reason, which is not my Wi-Fi. I think it's the channel doing it.
Okay.
To kind of put a delay on it.
All right. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. Good. So you backed up a couple minutes. Yeah. Okay.
So just so you know.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Looks like it's raining all weekend, Scott.
Yeah.
You are unmuted.
Oh yeah, Boston 25 has it going on too.
Group, please raise your hand.
Juror number 97, 97. Juror number 47, 47. Juror 108, 108. Juror number 8. Juror number 50. Juror number 7. Juror number 23, 23. Juror number 24, 24.
Juror number 90. Juror number 91. 106. 101. 34. 105. 70. 80. 60.
Juror 6, Juror 109, 13, 31, 32, 88, 53, 110, Juror 3, 112, 64, 82, 17, 17. Juror number 43, Juror number 42, Juror number 69, and Juror number 63. Juror number 62, 62.
Juror number 41, 41.
All right. So in a few minutes, I'm going to leave the bench to give you a chance to fill out the supplemental questionnaires that we have. I ask that you not talk to anyone around you or share with any other prospective juror or anyone any questions or comments or concerns that you may have about jury duty, either generally or in this particular case. If you should have any questions or concerns, you can raise that when you come back to talk to me. So we appreciate your patience. We understand that this will take a while, but I will recess now for you to do that. All right, thank you.
All right. Well, she looks banged up. She looks banged up this morning. Mark, thanks for the $10. So everybody's buying Tommy donuts. Everybody's buying you guys coffee, Scott.
Hey, what?
I love that clock, Mike. There's several antique clocks in that courthouse. The thing's been there forever.
It's an old courthouse, man. I can't believe they're getting a new TV, you know, or another TV, you should say. I don't know. I gotta put my lucky hat on. Hopefully, we hear good news from the federal courts today about the buffer zone. I don't know.
Yeah, it's at 2:30, I think.
Isn't it crazy though? Like, we'd be okay with the original buffer zone as opposed to having our rights really, you know, expressed and get to where we need to go. But we're actually settling a little bit for the buffer zone that they're going to give us from last. It's just, if you really think about it, it's like we're just trying to get back what we had. You know what I mean? And if they found it, you know, that we were effective last year and that one juror was heard, allegedly the foreman heard us on the last day of the trial, that doesn't make sense.
In the morning of January 29th, 2022, the Canton Police Department received a 911 call reporting an unresponsive male party in the snow outside a residence at 34 Fairview Road in that town. Officers responded and discovered the man, later identified as John O'Keefe, off the roadway in the front lawn area. Officers identified 3 women with Mr. O'Keefe, one of whom was the defendant, Karen Reed, the girlfriend of Mr. O'Keefe. The defendant had been with Mr. O'Keefe the previous evening at 2 different bars in Canton and had driven with him to this residence in the early morning hours of this date. Mr. O'Keefe was treated by paramedics from the Canton Fire Department, transported to the Good Samaritan Medical Center, where he was later pronounced deceased. The Commonwealth alleges that the defendant struck Mr. O'Keefe with her vehicle earlier that morning and then left the scene while Mr. O'Keefe lay injured in the snow during a blizzard. The defendant denies these allegations. She is presumed to be innocent and has pled not guilty. The defendant is charged with second-degree murder. She is also charged with manslaughter while operating under the influence and leaving the scene after causing personal injury or death. I will describe in detail at the end of this case, when I teach you the law, the elements of the crimes that she's charged with. But briefly, murder is the unlawful killing of a human being. There are various ways in which the Commonwealth can prove a murder case, and the Commonwealth is permitted to proceed under all theories it believes it can prove. Here, the Commonwealth alleges that the defendant committed murder, and that murder was murder in the second degree. In order to prove the defendant guilty of second-degree murder, the Commonwealth must prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant committed an unlawful killing and that it was done with malice. In comparison, involuntary manslaughter is an unintentional, unlawful killing caused by wanton or reckless conduct. These terms and the elements of the crimes will be explained to you in detail at the end of the case before you begin your deliberations. Now, at the outset, I would like to address the issue of public interest in this case and the duty of this court to adhere to the rule of law. John Adams said that we are a government of laws, not of men, and that the law must be deaf to the clamoring of the public. He meant that while public opinion about a given subject may ebb and flow, the law must be steady, reliable, and even-handed. We know that on the subject of this case, there are people advocating for one outcome or another with intensity, but without the benefit of having heard or seen any evidence at all. The law works in a different way, and the difference is crucial to our system of justice. The jurors selected for this trial will hear and judge the evidence. They will decide what the facts are, and where the evidence is contested, they will determine where the truth lies. Ultimately, the jury will decide whether the Commonwealth has carried its burden of proving that the defendant is guilty of any crime beyond a reasonable doubt. People outside of this building have rights, and we know that they have voices, but this criminal trial will be decided by an independent jury, free from outside interference, based only upon the evidence presented in the courtroom and the law. This is the only way to ensure that every person who comes before the court receives a fair trial. It is just that simple and that important. So while public comment will likely continue, the rule of law will be upheld. Now, in order to determine your eligibility to serve on this case, I'm going to ask questions to you all as a group, and then I'm going to ask you to fill out a supplemental questionnaire. We have found that the use of this questionnaire is helpful for several reasons. First, there are some personal questions on it, and we ask that you be candid. In addition, the process of filling out the questionnaire provides the opportunity to be more reflective as you answer the questions, rather than being put on the spot and asked to give immediate answers. After you fill out the questionnaire, we will have you come up to the sidebar one at a time so that we can follow up with you on your answers to the questionnaire and to my questions. I want to thank you in advance for your patience as we go through this process. As you may know, the lawyers for the parties participate in the selection of the jury. Under our law, each of the parties has the right to exercise what we call juror challenges. This means that each party has the right to challenge a certain number of prospective jurors for any reason or for no reason at all. Therefore, some of you may be excused during the impanelment procedure. If you're not selected for this jury service on this case, you should not take it personally. Please don't think that somehow we feel you're not a fair person. It's not a reflection on you at all. You will be directed back to the jury room and probably let go for the day. In a few minutes, I will pose a number of questions to you as a group. You have taken an oath that requires you to truthfully answer these questions and all questions posed to you. If your answer is yes to any of those questions, I'll ask you to raise your hand and hold up your juror card in the air with the numbers facing out. So you don't need to take your cards out now. I'll tell you when you can take them out. But it's important that you hold your car up long enough. You'll see that the court officers will call out your numbers and we record them. The fact that you answer yes to one of my questions does not mean that you're automatically disqualified from jury service. It simply means that there are matters that the lawyers and I must discuss with you. If you find a question posed to the group overly intrusive, you may elect to answer that question at sidebar. I will have additional questions for you which relate to issues that will be raised in this case and are designed to give us more information regarding your ability to serve as a fair and impartial juror. And the lawyers are permitted to ask you questions for the same reasons. This is not a test. There is no right or wrong answer. We simply are looking for your best answer and your most honest answer. Now I'm going to ask the lawyers to stand and simply introduce themselves to you, and counsel for the defendant to introduce the defendant, please.
Yes. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hank Brennan. I represent the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I'd like to also introduce you to my colleagues.
Good morning, my name is Lauren McLaughlin. I'm an Assistant District Attorney and I represent the communities in Norfolk County. Good morning.
Morning, my name is Adam Lally. I'm also Assistant District Attorney with the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office. I just want to thank you all for your time and attention and being here today.
Mr. Jackson.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alan Jackson, and I have the privilege and honor to represent Karen Reed, who's standing to my right.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. My name is Elizabeth Little, and I also have the honor of representing Ms. Reed.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Robert Alessi, and I also have the privilege and the honor of representing Ms. Reed.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is David Yannetti. I'm an attorney with offices in Boston and right here in Dedham, and it is truly my pleasure to represent Karen Reed.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. My name is Victoria George, and I also have the privilege of representing Ms. Reed.
Good morning, I'm Karen Reed. Thank you for being here.
All right, thank you all very much. Jurors, I'm going to read you a witness list, and it's a long witness list. It doesn't mean that all of these people will be called as witnesses. Some, we have their names there just to see if you're familiar with them, because if they don't testify, you may hear about them anyway. So I ask that you be patient and you listen carefully to this list, because at the end of this, a few more things that I say to you, I will be asking you whether you know any of these folks. So it's in alphabetical order, but it's alphabetical by first name. So Aidan Kearney from Jefferson, Massachusetts. Isaac Wolf, who is a physician from South Miami, Florida. Alfred Lopalato from Canton. Allison McCabe, Canton. Andre Porto from the Massachusetts State Police Crime Lab. Andrew Klain from Bridgewater. Andrew Rentschler, who's a PhD from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Angela Malvone from Canton. Annie Chung from Canton. Anthony Flamati from Canton Fire Department. Ashley Bell from Canton. Ashley Valaire from the Mass State Police Crime Lab. Brian Albert, Norwood. Brian Albert Jr., Boston. Brian Higgins, Sandwich, Mass. Brian Loughran, Canton. Brian Wanless, who is retired from the Canton Police Department. Bridget Meehan, who's a keeper of the records from Canton. Caitlin Albert from Easton. Charles Ray, who's a lieutenant in the Canton Police Department. Helena Rafferty, who is the chief of police in the Canton Police Department. Chris Van E., who's a PhD from Novi, Michigan. Christina Hanley from the Mass State Police. Christopher Albert from Canton. Christopher Curran from Canton. Colleen Crawford from the Norfolk District Attorney's Office. Colin Albert from Canton. Courtney Proctor from Canton. Kurt Roberts from Canton. Daniel Whitley from the Canton Fire Department. Daniel Wolf, who's a PhD from Penns Park, Pennsylvania. Derek Ellington, who's from Wake Forest, North Carolina. Dr. Marie Russell, Los Angeles. Dr. Elizabeth Loposada, who is from Providence, Rhode Island. Elizabeth Proctor, Canton. Eric Hanlon, Canton. Erin Beatty, Canton. Erin O'Keefe from West Bridgewater. Francis Walsh from the Canton Fire Department. Garrett Wing from Green Cove Springs, Florida. Gary Fowler from Brockton. Gregory Woodbury from the Canton Fire Department. Gretchen Voss from Boston. Hannah Knowles, the State Police Crime Lab. Heather Maxon from Walpole. Erabito Hernandez from the Boston Police Department. Holly Price from Mountain View, California. Ian Whiffen, Vienna, Virginia. Dr. Irene Scorti-Bello, who is from the Chief Medical Examiner's Office here in Massachusetts. James Crosby, who is a PhD from Jacksonville, Florida. Jason Becker, Canton Fire Department. Jean DeMoulis, Canton. Jennifer McCabe, Canton. Jessica Hyde from Bridgeport, New York. John O'Keefe Sr. from Braintree. Judson Welcher, who's a PhD from a company called Aperture LLC. Julie Albert from Canton. Julie Nagel from Canton. Justin Rice, who is a physician from South Weymouth. There are 2 juveniles from Canton. One of the juveniles' initials are KF and the other PF. Caitlin Boudreau from Raynham. Karina Kolakithas from Canton. Katie Camerano from Canton. Katie McLaughlin from the Canton Fire Department. Keeper of the records for Ring from Hawthorne, California. Kerry Curran from Canton. Kerry Roberts, Canton. Kevin Albert, Canton. Kevin O'Hara from the Mass State Police. Lance Mello from the Mass State Police Crime Lab. Laura Sullivan from Pembroke. Laurie Cahill from Worcester. Leslie Pearlstein from Canton. Lieutenant Michael Lank from the Canton Police Department. Louis Jutras from Canton. Lieutenant Brian Tully from the Mass State Police. Lieutenant John Fanning, Mass State Police. Lieutenant Paul Gallagher, Canton Police Department. Maggie Gaffney from Bonita Springs, Florida. Mark Lopalato from Canton. Margaret O'Keefe, Canton. Marietta Sullivan from Pembroke. Mary Souza from Dighton. Matthew Amory from Canton. Matthew DeSogra, who is from Charlotte, North Carolina. Matthew Erickson from Grosse Pointe Farms, Michigan. Matthew Kelly from the Canton Fire Department. Matthew Kelsch from the FBI. Matthew McCabe from Canton. Maureen Harnett from the Mass State Police Crime Lab. Megan Mariani from New York, New York. Michael Camerano from Canton. Michael Easter from Los Angeles. Michael Trotter from the Canton Public Works Department. Michael Wagner from Foxborough. Mike Maroli from Bridgewater. Mike Rushworth from Thompson Station, Tennessee. Natalie Wyweek Berschneider from San Marino, California. Nathan Reed from Raynham. Nicholas Bradford from Lorton, Virginia. Nicholas Curran from West Roxbury. Nicholas Kolakithas from Canton. Nicole Albert from Canton. Norfolk District Attorney Mike Morrissey. Officer Kelly Deaver from the Boston Police Department. Officer Nicholas Barrows from the Dighton Police Department. Patrick Haggerty from Somerset, Mass. Paul Wachowski from Melrose, Mass. Paul O'Keefe from Canton. Rebecca Bazin from Canton. Rebecca Treyers from Norfolk. Dr. Renee Stonebridge, who is also from the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner in Boston. Richard Green from St. Pete Beach. Richard Donatino from Canton. Robert Gilman from Hull. Ryan Nagel from Canton. Sarah Levinson, Canton. Sergeant Brian Gallerini from the Needham Police Department. Sergeant Sean Good from the Canton Police Department. Sergeant Paul DiGiambattista from the Canton Police Department. Sergeant Yuri Buchanan from the Massachusetts State Police. Shannon Burgess from South Lake, Texas. Cheryl Wall from Canton. Sophie Herzan from the State Police Crime Lab. Stephanie Devlin from the State Police, Massachusetts State Police Crime Lab. Stephen Mullaney, the Canton Police Department. Steve Nelson from the Norfolk DA's office. Stephen Bernstein, who is a keeper of the records from Stoughton. Stephen Ridge from the Boston Police Department. Stephen Seraph, Canton Police Department. Stephen Scanlon from West Roxbury. Terry Kuhn from Davis, California. Tess Chart from Lorton, Virginia. Thomas Beatty, Canton. Thomas Kelleher, Canton. Thomas Martin, Weymouth. Timothy Nuttall from the Canton Fire Department. Tristan Morris from Easton, Mass. The following are Massachusetts State Troopers. Trooper Connor Keefe, Trooper David DeChico, Trooper Evan Brent, Trooper Jeffrey Kostkowski, Trooper Joseph Paul, Trooper Kathleen Prince, Trooper Michael Proctor, Trooper Nicholas Garino, and Trooper Zachary Clark. Wendell Robery from Canton and William Reed from North Dayton. Those are the witnesses who may be called to testify before you. So as you can see, this is going to be a long trial. We've already begun the impanelment process. It's going very quickly. The lawyers tell me that they expect that once we start with the evidence, it will take between 6 and 8 weeks for the case to be tried, for the evidence to be presented to you. That's a good faith estimate. It's the best we can tell you at this point. Every single day, if you're a seated juror, I will tell you at the end of the day whether we are on schedule, whether we're ahead of schedule or behind schedule. And I have not had to tell jurors that we are behind schedule. And I intend not to have to tell jurors that we're behind schedule. So it's a good faith estimate, the best we can do, but that's what we expect will happen. Once we start, it's expected that we will go full days from 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock. We'll start at 9. The jurors will have a break somewhere around 11 for 15 or 20 minutes. Lunch and break is usually around 1 o'clock. In an effort to take full advantage of your time, we will bring lunch into you rather than asking you to walk down to Dedham Center and get something. That process also takes a lot of time, and we figure while we're here, we would like to take full advantage of the day. So lunch will be brought into you. It may be that we have a half-hour lunch, it may be a little bit longer, but there will be a break for lunch and it will be provided to you. We will go until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. There are a few days in the schedule that we won't be in session, and there are a few more half days, and we'll let you know the schedule for people who are seated. Now, it might help if I give you a preview now about some basic law that applies to criminal cases like this. It's my job to teach the jury the law, and I don't do that completely until the end of the trial. So for now, I'll give you a brief summary of some very important constitutional principles that will guide this trial. First, and most basically, Ms. Reed starts this trial presumed to be innocent. The fact that she was arrested or that she was indicted is not proof of anything. An indictment is just a piece of paper. It just makes an accusation. An indictment is merely a formal manner of accusing a person of a crime and bringing that person to trial in the superior court. But it is only the jury, in other words, you folks, who can decide whether the prosecution has proved its case beyond a reasonable doubt and to a moral certainty. If the Commonwealth does not do that, then the presumption of innocence requires you to find the defendant not guilty. The law does not require a defendant to prove his or her innocence, to produce any evidence whatsoever, or to do anything other than attend the trial. This presumption of innocence remains with the defendant until you, the jury, make your determination after listening and considering all the evidence. Another important principle of law is that the defendant has an absolute right not to testify, since the entire burden of proof in this case is on the Commonwealth to prove that she is guilty. Under our system of law, a defendant can sit back in the chair and say to the Commonwealth, you accuse me, now you prove it, and prove it beyond a reasonable doubt and to a moral certainty. I do not have to say a word. A defendant's decision whether to testify or not has nothing to do with the question of whether she is guilty or not guilty. The jury must not consider it in any way or even discuss it at all in their deliberations. Jurors in a criminal case must determine whether the Commonwealth has proved its case against the defendant beyond a reasonable doubt based solely on the testimony of the witnesses and the exhibits. So that brings me to the requirement of proof beyond a reasonable doubt. What is proof beyond a reasonable doubt? The term is often used, probably pretty well understood, though it is not easily defined. Proof beyond a reasonable doubt does not mean proof beyond all possible doubt. For everything in the lives of human beings is open to some possible or imaginary doubt. A charge is proved beyond a reasonable doubt if, after you have compared and considered all of the evidence, you have in your minds an abiding conviction to a moral certainty that the charge is true. When we refer to moral certainty, we mean the highest degree of certainty possible in matters relating to human affairs, based solely on the evidence that has been put before you in the case. I have told you that every person is presumed to be innocent unless and until he or she is proved guilty, and that the burden of proof is on the Commonwealth. If you evaluate all the evidence and you still have a reasonable doubt remaining, the defendant is entitled to the benefit of that doubt and must be acquitted. It is not enough for the Commonwealth to establish a probability, even a strong probability, that the defendant is more likely to be guilty than not guilty. That is not enough. Instead, the evidence must convince you of the defendant's guilt to a reasonable and moral certainty, a certainty that convinces your understanding and satisfies your reason and judgment as jurors who are sworn to act conscientiously on the evidence. This is what we mean by proof beyond a reasonable doubt. Our system of justice depends on judges like me and jurors like you being able and willing to make careful and fair decisions. All people deserve fair and equal treatment in our system of justice, regardless of their race, national origin, religion, age, ability, gender, sexual orientation, education, income level, or any other personal characteristic. You have agreed to be fair. I am sure that you want to be fair, but that is not always easy. One difficulty comes from our own built-in expectations and assumptions. They exist even if we're not aware of them and even if we believe we do not have them. Some of you may have heard this called implicit bias, and that is what I'm talking about. Of course, we judges have the same problem as everyone else, so let me share a few strategies that we have found useful. First, slow down. Do not rush to a decision. Hasty decisions are more likely to reflect stereotypes or hidden biases. Second, keep an open mind. Avoid drawing conclusions until the end of the case when you and your fellow jurors deliberate. Remember that when you deliberate, you will have all the evidence and all the time you need to make a careful decision. So there truly is no need to stop making your mind up before then. Third, you should listen closely to all the witnesses. That is the best way to ensure that you decide this case based on the evidence and the law, instead of upon unsupported assumptions. Fourth, as you listen to testimony about the people involved in this case, consider them as individuals rather than as members of a particular group. Finally, I might ask myself, would I view the evidence differently if the people were from different groups, such as different racial, ethnic, or gender identity groups? At the end of the case, I will remind you of these strategies and ask you to focus on the evidence instead of on any unsupported assumptions you may have. All we ask is that you, individually and as a group, do your best to resolve this case based upon the evidence and the law, without sympathy, bias, or prejudice, to the best of your ability as human beings. Now, I know that some of this may be confusing. Perhaps all of it's confusing at this early stage of the case. You'll certainly be in a better position to understand this at the end of the case when you've heard all the evidence and I can explain the law in detail. So don't worry if you didn't catch everything I said. Why am I telling you these things now? Because we need to know if you are able to follow the law in this case. You don't necessarily have to agree with the law, but all the jurors will have to apply the law as I describe it to you. So, for jury selection, it is important to know if any of you might have some doubts whether you can accept and follow these legal rules. Now you can take out those cards. So in a few minutes, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. And if your answer is yes, please raise your hand and let the court officer read the number off. But before we begin, I understand that sometimes jurors don't fill out the confidential questionnaires completely. Sometimes we're in a hurry to get them back in, or sometimes we might think that our situation doesn't apply to the question that's being asked, or sometimes we simply don't remember. So if there are any things missing from the form, I will ask you, or the clerk will ask you, like age. Sometimes people don't put down whether they were jurors in a case or witnesses in a case or a defendant in a case or a plaintiff in a case. If there's anything that you forget and you realize now before you come up here, anything you've forgotten on the form, please just let us know. But we just need to keep records. So thank you for your patience with that. All right. Do any of you folks or a close personal friend or family member know, or have you had any prior dealings with any of the witnesses whose names I've called?
Juror numbers 525, 495, 512.
Juror number 530.
Thank you. Do any of you folks or a close personal friend or family member know, or have you had any prior dealings with the lawyers in this case or the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office?
Juror number 525, juror number 531.
Juror number 533.
Okay, thank you. Do any of you folks or a close personal friend or family member have any financial or other personal interest whatsoever in this case or its outcome? I see no affirmative responses. Please raise your hand if you have seen, heard, or talked about this case.
Juror numbers 492, 469, 478, 525, 472, 471, 474, 488, 517, 507, 476, 485, 545, 479, 535, 512, 482, 513, 495, 477, 530, 502, 526, 528, 490, 509, 500, 547, 467. Juror number 463, 523, 514, 510, 515, 537, 531. 522, 486, 484, 464, 506, 529, 481, 542, 533, 494.
Juror number 460. Juror number 536. Juror number 498. Juror number 508. Juror number 524. Juror number 505. Juror number 527. Juror number 532. Juror number 511. Juror number 468. Juror number 534. Juror number 470. Juror number 466. Juror number 546. Juror number 521. Juror number 516. Juror number 461. Juror number 544. Juror number 465. And juror number 541.
Okay, thank you very much. Could you please raise your hand if you've expressed or formed any opinion with respect to this case?
Juror number 492, 469, 478, 525, 472, 474, 517, 507, 476, 485,
I think it's just buffering. Not sure. Just give it a minute. Some great chats going on, man. Some funny people in here. Good morning, Eve.
Yeah, that's on there, but
All right. You there? I'm gonna.
You there, bud?
Yeah, I gotta let the dogs out and stuff. I'll log back on in a little bit.
Yeah, right.
All right, pal. We had a bunch of people. We had a bunch of people watching. So.
I know.
All right. So.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, pal. I'll be back.
So everyone that's watching, I do appreciate that. This one I can remove from stage. So, yeah, watching. I think we just dropped the stream for some reason. Did they show it Juror again? Because that's gonna stop. They keep popping with jurors, you know?
I would be surprised if we keep it.
I mean, accidents happen, but so bad.
Okay, thank you very much. Do any of you folks have any difficulty hearing or any problem with understanding the English language, any physical or mental condition, or any religious or philosophical beliefs that would interfere with your ability to hear the evidence in this case, to understand the evidence, to concentrate during the trial, or to deliberate for the purpose of reaching a verdict?
Juror number 499, 474, 513.
Juror number 522. Juror number 484.
Thank you. Would any of you have any difficulty following these very important constitutional principles that I outlined to you earlier? That the burden of proof rests entirely with the Commonwealth, that burden of proof is proof beyond a reasonable doubt and to a moral certainty, and that the defendant has no burden to do anything. She can just simply sit in that chair. She doesn't have to present any evidence. She certainly doesn't have to testify, and her lawyers don't even have to say a word. Does anyone have any difficulty with those important principles of law? If you do, please raise your hand. I see no affirmative responses. I can tell you folks that after every trial, I go in and I speak to the jurors. And though many of them were reluctant or certainly not happy about having jury duty, after they have heard the trial and deliberated and reached a verdict, every single jury, there's been several people who not only tell me that it was an interesting experience, but that it was also a rewarding experience. I do, however, realize that for some of you folks, serving on this jury would be an undue hardship. And let me tell you what I mean about that. Because certainly every civic duty we have causes us some hardship or inconvenience. An undue hardship is something much greater than that. It's usually if you're a student or if you've got airline tickets or surgery scheduled during the duration of this trial. But I will hear from people who believe that they have an undue hardship. So if you think you are among that group, please raise your hand.
Juror numbers 492, 525, 474, 517, 507, 476, 485, 469, 545, 478, 530, 495, 513, 482, 535.
Juror number 526, 547, 467, 463, 514, 510, 537, 487, 531, 486, 522, 494, 533, 529, 464, 484.
Juror number 460, Juror Juror number 508. Juror number 524. Juror number 532. Juror number 516. Juror number 466. Juror number 470. Juror number 461. Juror number 491. Juror number 544. Juror number 465. And juror number 541.
All right, thank you very much. So I am going to leave the bench in a minute to give you a chance to fill out those supplemental questionnaires. I ask that you not talk to anybody about either the questionnaires, your answers to the questionnaires, jury service in general, or jury service in this case in particular. So I'd ask you not to discuss anything with anybody around you, okay? And we appreciate your patience, and I'll leave you to fill out those.
All right, please.
Maybe seated, close your recess. Just a reminder, everyone, please turn left over the box, no cell phones recording. Goodbye.
Oh, okay, good.
You guys can hear me, correct? Nice. What is this? This is a good one. This one gets off. Set this down. All right. 1 second, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna drop this one and put this one up. Uh, All right. Can we hear me now? Yes? No? Anybody? Nice. All right. So, what do we have for comments for the judge, Mr. Beverly? Like, what are we seeing here? Are we seeing any patterns? Are we seeing her continuing with her scorched earth policy of my way or no way? Right? How many people think that this is going to go through the whole trial? How many people think that this is going to go through the whole trial? How many people think that this is going to go through the whole trial? How many people think that this is going to go through the whole trial? All right. Can you hear me now? Now I can see. There we go. I can see the chat. Finally. So I think it'll be a mistrial. Well, we know Bev likes having more than one trial, right? She's done that a few times. We know that. Is it bad echo? This should be muted. Do this. That's that. Thank you guys for saying I look nice. So let me close this out, and I won't be able to read the chat too much. Unless maybe if I. Yeah, no, can't see nothing. Oh, go, go this way with it, though. There we go. I can see 3, no, 1. Thank you, Boston, Georgia. I can see the comments now. Oh, God. Thanks, Gail. My Jerry Garcia tie. I have a thing for ties. Well, no, the jury selection is good. I think this is a good thing. I think they want to get this done and over with because it's going to be going to be a fast in and out. You're in, not guilty, get out. So, uh, you think you'll end in this trial, huh? Or acquitted, okay. Already rigged. See some. Hey, that's the best I can do with that. It shouldn't be, if it's crackling, I don't understand. It's got to be the internet and the connection there. Yep. Was tired. Oh, you had Mustangs down there at different points. Yeah. You first need to step ahead of Sneaky Hank. You think Hank's going to pull a fast one and try and blind him in like that? Unless he's binder. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so if you guys haven't heard, um, myself and Mark, I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Why am I getting that? What is this? Oh, hold on. Okay. Okay. I'm just trying to catch up on some messages here. And let me read this to you. All right. Here we go, guys. Breaking. Tom DeRosa of Seeking Justice with Tom CPU and Boston Mike, in conjunction with Justice Served TV, amazing and famous author and journalist Michael Bryant has filed a proper lawsuit against Norfolk County Judge Beverly Canone, as well as the Mass State Police, who are intentionally and purposely keeping us from broadcasting or traveling on the sidewalk in front of the courthouse for the Canton retrial. We are steadfastly working on providing our current and potential viewers with live footage of what they want, which happens to be unrestricted access to the outside of the courthouse. This is only the first of many steps that we are taking to rectify this issue and to provide quality viewership for every single citizen of this world. We also want to personally take time to thank everyone for the amazing support and love. We also want to single out the country's premier First Amendment attorney, Mark J. Randazza. Specifically, want to thank him for seeing the wrongdoings and attempting to take action and correct the violations of our God-given rights. There's a special place in heaven for you. Yeah. And that's gonna go around a little bit. So yeah, interesting. And it's funny because still crackling. That's goddamn it. I don't understand why. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me do this. Is that better? Is it less crackling or is it still cracking? Because the cracking will bother the hell out of me. Good morning, Rhonda. How are you, dear? Good to see you. Still cracking. That's weird. How about that? A little bit better. If not, it's definitely, you're right. It's definitely the around the courthouse. Yep. I'm not feeling too hot. I think I'm gonna go home and take some medicine and crash. I mean, I've been sick the past couple of days, man. Doesn't seem to want to go away. That makes any sense whatsoever. Usually you get better. Usually you get better, but not really. Let me read these super chats for you guys. Yeah. You guys that sent the stuff in today. I really can't thank you guys enough. You're all just awesome, amazing people. Nice. Bob Alessi's Slice and Dice now open for business. $1.99. Get everything on video, Tom. Yep, got it. Got it all. That's what helped us yesterday, guys. And then another one from him. You need a press pass. Here's a link to an option for content creators. Worth a look. United States Press Agency is a website. I have a link that I can just fill out this and submit it, and then it can get maybe hand delivered where it has to go. The problem I have is I can't be taking legal action against them for my First Amendment right. If I get a press pass, then that defeats the lawsuit. So we're gonna get one. That is not what we're gonna get one because this is just one of many trials to come. There will be more. Oh, there will be more. Peppa, good morning, FKR. Bob Alisi again. Oh, an RN. There we go. I love nurses. As an RN, I can say two things. One, 17 nurses working on the same hospital unit do not get brain tumors without a direct link. Two, General Keith was not hit by an SUV. And you know what? I'd believe the RN over a doctor any day. And unless you work in that field, you wouldn't understand what I'm saying. But I trust RNs more than I trust the doctors. Plot twist pending. Tom, is it true you filed a lawsuit? Yes, it is, my friend. Beth, become a member. Thank you, Beth. We really appreciate that. Patty, GPW, gifted a membership. Thank you very much. And then Donna, $10. Coffee and pastry for Tom. Thank you. It was actually a raspberry muffin. Coffee for Tom. Each a minute. And Kristen, $10. Thank you, Kristen. Nancy sent a super sticker. Amber, thank you. I'll stop in for coffee when I'm in town for the trial. You can get coffee. Hey, Marky. To the fellas donuts, thanks for showing up. Bev is a complete scumbag who deserves the worst. FKR, OJO, this sham has to end. Enough is enough. I gotta agree with you, buddy. Gotta agree. Billy Moore. Hey, Tom and Mike, thanks for everything you do. Y'all rock. That's just like next level. Wow. And Nan, keep showing up. My goodness, Nan. Just wow. Yes, I know. I know. I know. All right. Oh my goodness. Yes, I think I'm gonna go home and get some rest. I'm really beat up. Yesterday was a tough day, and having a cold on top of it doesn't help. So, oh, Coco, thank you so much. Really, Coco. And Rhonda, FKR, thanks, Tom and Mike, for all you do. Rhonda, thank you so much, sweetheart. We do it for you guys. Yeah, I'm all banged up. I got banged up yesterday. It was crazy. Actually, it was a good bang. Yesterday was a great bang up. Yeah. And then today I got banged up too. But yesterday I banged up my girlfriend. So, oh, wait a minute. I don't have a girlfriend, so that couldn't happen. Yeah. No. Oh my God. You guys are awesome. Really. I love you guys. Oh, yeah. Beth, tell me about it. Really? It's hands down toughest job out there. Yep. So, we will see you guys on Monday, unless something, of course, breaks in the meantime. I will definitely keep you up to date with that. Um, yeah, I should feel better. I feel like I'm banged out. You know what I mean? So banged up here. Ah, yeah. And I gave her that message, by the way, um Miss Nam. All right. I love you guys. I really do. I mean, I'd keep this going live. Is she coming? Is Bev coming back? 'Cause if she's coming back, I'd just say leave the stream running so you guys can chat. Yeah, Gail, I really need to get some rest. Yep. Oh my. Oh, Kelly, I'm sorry. That's horrible. Man, sirens are freaking me out. Alrighty. Yeah, you guys have a great weekend. Really, I love you all. Um, we'll catch you guys on Monday, most likely 9 o'clock. Um, I don't know about my lawsuit. Don't know much about it. I have the whole thing. Um, and if you want a copy of it, send me an email and I'll just forward it to you. It's like 6 pages. Uh, um, yeah, I gotta get this cold away from me. So, all right, guys, girls, ladies, and gentlemen, I love you all, and you all have a wonderful night. And I wonder, Kelly, if you guys want to keep the chat going, right? You can just play some of my old stuff. from Tom's CPU. Does that make sense? Do you know what I'm saying? Hey, please on bikes. Yeah. I mean, let me hold on a second. Look at Kelly. While driving home. Oh, come on. Hold on, guys. I'm checking. Who sent me a super sticker? Renee Ritter. Super sticker. Thank you so much. Really. You guys, I say thank you to this stuff. You know? Well, sorry about that. Man. Yeah, we're just gonna call it then. I'm just gonna call it. Yeah. Uh Everybody have a super awesome weekend. And yeah, we'll definitely talk to you guys on Monday. All right. You all have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. And don't forget, say prayers. We need prayers. And 2:30 buffer zone. If I'm up, I'll see what I can do about getting some information about that. But pray for them. They need it. And we'll catch you guys on a Monday. Bye-bye.